welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Away End. This is episode 8, and it's been a little bit. We've been a little delayed just through a bunch of stuff going on. We were out of town and stuff like that, but we're here. Thank you guys for coming. Yeah, we're just gonna jump straight into it. If you guys didn't know, a few of us went to the Texas game and the El Clasico. So yeah, bunch of us huge Real Madrid fans. So we're just gonna start with that. Obviously, the score wasn't what we wanted. Unfortunately, we got spanked by Barcelona, but it was a really good game. And I think anybody that watched it or was there could say how well Madrid did play despite the scoreline. We really, really, really looked good in the midfield. We dominated just 5 posts in one game. Seems like, wow, everything was against us. But you know what? I took away from this a lot of positives. Our midfield did look solid. The way the game changed when Modric and Kroos, came in really spoke to how much levels they are ahead of like our new guys who I really hope they improve in the future and can learn from them this season. Outside of that, Vinny and Rodrigo, in terms of making attacking runs, they look sharp, but in terms of finishing, it's clear as day we need a number 9. Joselu obviously didn't get as much time as I think he should have to get us back into the game, but he's definitely not the guy to take us forward. We need a number 9. We lost Benzema. All the talk with Mbappe still going on. There's more going on with that, but we're not going to linger on with too much on that. Johnny, Axel, I know for a fact you guys went there with me. You guys have any things you want to talk about specifically about El Clasico?
Hit him with an axle.
Honestly, it was one of the best experience that I've ever had. Shout out to the Cowboy Stadium. That stadium is amazing,
Awesome
man. Like,
stadium. Heck yeah.
just like from the moment we entered the stadium, I already knew that the game was gonna, no matter what the score was gonna be, I knew we were gonna have a good time, man.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's what I think that did it for us, all of us. Honestly, like some next level shit, dude. Honestly, that stadium. So I'm pretty excited to see more games coming up in the States, the Copa America and the World Cup. I think the US
100%.
is going in the right direction for getting, more European soccer involved here in the States. I think
Yeah.
they're actually just a little side story. I actually heard that we're gonna try to do some stuff that they do in the NBA and there's another sport that does. Oh, in the NFL, they're gonna try to host league games in the Premier League here in the States. They're in talks about
Yeah.
it, dude.
We're definitely in talks
So
about it. I've heard that before, but like
I
you were
think
saying
I
with the
think
stadium, yeah,
yeah.
or keep finishing your point.
I was just gonna say I just think moving forward that we're moving in the right direction if we want soccer to grow here in the United States. I think the more eyes that we get, you can tell people are willing to pay a crazy amount of money. I mean, the stadium we had 82,000 fans. Yeah, 82,000 fans, a full sold out stadium at the AT&T. So I'm excited, man. We were just talking about this after practice today with Johnny that it's preseason's over, this league's about to start, but Copa America is just around the corner, and I'm getting a ticket no matter what.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just wanted to touch on some things you said. First off, it's just second you walked into that stadium, you knew you were gonna have a good time. It just as a Madrid fan, seeing all those fans there, just Barca and Madrid, it just felt special. The emotion was there. Obviously, Johnny, you were there with me when we were screaming "A la Madrid" in front of the Telemundo cameras and that big crowd. We were singing all the
Yeah,
chants. That was insane. And you can see that on our TikTok. I posted that for you guys to see. That was really, really awesome. And just one of those things that you don't really get to experience unless you go to a game. And I
yeah.
was just so grateful for that. On top of that, Axel, you mentioned like when we did the chants or when the anthem started playing,
Mhm.
man, I got
Yeah,
goosebumps, being able to see all the
yeah,
people there singing collectively. And I told
yeah.
my wife this, I was like, I don't even care about the result. Despite us losing, before the game even started, I felt more of a Madrid fan than I've ever been in my life. Like nothing could change that moment for
Mad
me.
facts.
it was just like I feel like I can finally say, I've done it. I've seen a Clasico. Obviously it's a friendly, but a Clasico's a Clasico. The Clasico's never a friendly, and we kind of saw that with how intense the game got. But man, I loved every aspect of it, and I can't wait to see more games in the U.S. like you mentioned, Johnny.
I mean, Chella hit the nail on the head there. It was a hot day. We got there early trying to meet certain mandem and get signatures from certain mandem, and then we find out that they can travel underground, and we missed that. But so yeah, we got to the stadium early. Honestly, probably the best thing about that stadium was hearing that it's the largest AC or air conditioned room in the entire United States. Just because when they put the dome over the AC was banging. The AC was banging. I was even
Hmm.
cold during the game, bruh. Like I was
Yeah,
sweating, heating up before the game, and during the game I was freezing, bro.
felt good, man. It felt real good.
And then obviously my girlfriend went a little TikTok viral for
Yeah.
showing my sad face during the game.
That
Uh,
was a funny clip. If you haven't seen it, we'll post it in the description. Definitely check that out.
but yeah, ultimately, like you said, Fabri, this was probably the one time that I've really felt like a Real Madrid fan, like a super fan to the point where I'm going to the games, I'm getting there early, I'm yelling at Barca fans before the
Yeah.
game, I'm cheering Madrid before the game, cheering Madrid during the game. Like this was just more of, obviously you want the result to go your way, but even just in general, the experience altogether. A certain guy to my left, I think, was saying something about preseason don't mean shit. So, no, as far as preseason games go, they don't matter. So it was just fun to be there.
Well, before we jump into Tyler Oliver, since you're a Madrid fan too, I know you watched this game at home. What do you think about this, or any takeaways?
Well, sadly I couldn't be there, but it was fun to watch, man. It was exciting. It was back and forth. It was pressure the whole time. It didn't seem like it was a preseason match, like you guys said. It seemed, Clasico is always is there's always going to be some clash, and it was fun to watch, even though we didn't get the result, we didn't get the W. I think we were unlucky. I think we could have pulled it off, but fortunately, that's how football is. And I had fun watching it, and I was rooting for them like always, and
Yeah,
keep it. I was talking to you guys back and forth while you guys were over there,
yes,
so it
sir.
was fun to see you guys enjoying the moment.
Twista did a
And
video call too.
Yeah,
Live
yeah,
in the
yeah,
yeah, we
stadium. I
got, I
couldn't
got a
hear him
screenshot
for
of
shit. I
that. I got
couldn't
a
hear him
screenshot of
for
that. I'll
shit.
post it on here too.
so something for the books for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Last thing before we move on to Tyler, I just wanted to mention shout out to all the fans that went because we did set a record. It's the most attendance for a Clasico in the U.S. I think we hit 82,000, which I mean, obviously there's stadiums that are built for bigger quantity, but in terms of El Clasico, I think they've only had four El Clasicos, three or four El Clasicos in the U.S. And this was a record for the most attendance in the U.S. So shout out to the fans, shout out to the crew who showed up and supported. 10-hour drive to Texas, but yeah, Tyler. I mean, obviously, I know you don't support either of these two teams, but just in terms of a big game and in terms of El Clasico and just in terms of any other preseason games you watch, I know City played Bayern recently too. Do you any takeaways from preseason? This game, any game you want to talk about?
Um, I think this is the first preseason that no one's gotten like really hurt. Normally, like someone like is out for the first like month or
It's
so.
big. Yeah, that's big.
And like I can't think of a serious injury across any team that's like been announced or uncovered or anything like that.
Yeah, there's a small
Um,
injury to Madrid's new signing Arda Güler, but outside of that, even that was ruled out as like a minor
Tyler,
meniscus.
2 months is
real,
what I saw.
Tyler, real quick, do you think there's a reason why? Like, does something add up to you for you to say, oh, maybe this is the reason why players are not getting injured right now? Or is it you think
um,
it's
I
just
think it's lack of.
happening?
I think it just depends on the team. I think it's lack of games, which is good.
Okay,
Um, like I think Madrid played how many for this tournament? Three.
four.
4.
We'll have our fourth one coming up, but so
Yeah.
far 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like City play 3 plus the Community Shield, right? Like it's just I think it's just normally these preseason like tournaments. I remember like the first like ICC or whatever it was called. There was like 8
Mhm.
teams in it, and they both played group stages plus knockout. Like it seemed like it was so many games. Was this your guys' first time seeing Madrid in person? No, right?
No,
I was
no.
say no.
First
It's your first.
Clasico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's definitely an unreal experience. I mean, like we
I
said,
think
we've seen Madrid play, but this was another level. I mean,
I
just in
think
terms
I'm
of
the
the
only one
yeah.
that went to go see Madrid. I'm not 100% sure about that. I went to go see Madrid in the MLS All Star game in 2013.
I
I
saw Madrid
saw.
against PSG. I saw you did too.
Oh yeah, that too. When was that? Was that after?
That was a long time ago. That was Ronaldo
I know.
days.
I don't
2016.
even remember.
Yeah.
Damn crazy. Yeah, so I've gone to my 3 games. Madrid. Damn, that's kind of crazy, honestly. I'm 28 and I've seen Madrid 3 times. Wow.
um. We'll kind of like debunk this thing too. Kind of, I hate to debunk it that Axel was talking about, but I don't think the whole Prem games in the States is going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately, or even the Champions League games. You have a better chance of Champions League games happening first because in the fall the NFL is happening, and so no team's going to give their stadium up for a soccer match the day before their NFL game.
I think they're in the talks. The discussions are happening, but I don't know if anything's
But
official yet.
so, but like they would still probably lean towards it happening in the spring, and I don't see any team wanting to travel to the United States for 1 week for one game because the
Yeah.
NFL teams hate it. As far as I'm aware of, they hate doing it because like I remember I think one team had to play Thursday night football and then they played the following Sunday in London.
In Tottenham
And yeah,
Stadium.
but like
Yeah.
the training facilities aren't built for like actual football, so like the cost of getting all the equipment over there is like nuts. So
Yeah, I
obviously it's a
think
lot less for soccer, but
there must be some sort of catch because I mean, if it wasn't financially beneficial, they wouldn't do it.
well, it is for the
So
league, not for the teams, and like
yeah,
the teams have to do what the league says. You know, like the league
that's
makes
true.
tons of money off ticket sales and whatnot, but like
So to
it's
that
not
point,
health. It's not healthy for the
if
players.
the FA or the Prem sees it beneficial, they might still force the players to
Yeah,
do
that
it
would
despite
yeah, it
the
still
all the
sucks.
pushback. Yeah,
I mean, they made a
but I
World Cup
guess
happen in December,
yeah,
forgetting that the players had a whole season, or not forgetting that these players had a season to play. It was, hey, we're gonna take a break, and then y'all gonna play the Prem. That
these
could be
rules
something they do.
aren't
That could be
kind to
something they do here.
players.
Hey, I know y'all play Chef. You know, I know y'all play Arsenal on Sunday, but I need y'all to come to the United States on Thursday. Maybe that does happen.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might be the downside to seeing these sold out stadiums and the summer tour. You know, it's they see all that money and be like, oh yeah, even Chelsea Bryan sold a lot of money. Let's get a Chelsea Bryan here in the States.
I told
Who knows?
I told Jeff the next game we have to just start seeing more rivals. If we start going to like games here in the United States, we talked about maybe potentially Arsenal Tottenham,
Oh
that
yeah,
like the North London Derby, something like that, or
that'd
even
be insane.
yeah, something like Manchester United, Manchester City, just something like where there's a rivalry on the team. You know what I'm saying? Or there's just
Yeah.
rivalry between the teams because there's obviously there's more passion. Like I said, I don't think at a Manchester United Real Madrid game, Fabri, we're not screaming like we were screaming before the game outside the stadium. Like
Oh no,
we're
yeah.
not a la Madrid in Barcelona player or Barcelona fans'
In
faces
their
like that.
faces,
Yeah,
yeah,
we ain't doing
that
that.
was
Like
something special, dude.
yeah,
That was intense.
that's what I'm saying. Like we don't act that way if it's just an exhibition game where it's just two teams from Europe. And so like I said, because this was a rivalry, there was just that much more to it. And so again, if you can obviously, like I said, I'm looking more forward to these games, obviously. But again, I want to go to like these rivalry games just to see what other kind of passionate fans. I'm hoping obviously don't get too crazy, but
Yeah, yeah, obviously, but yeah, it's definitely exciting to see a derby match, and man, I'd even go to a Celtic Rangers game if they had that here. So, River Boca, Axel, yeah, dude.
see, that's what I'm
Oh, I would
saying. That'd be
love to
crazy.
see
That'd be
that.
crazy.
I
But
know you like. I know you guys like Arsenal, but I think Chelsea. I mean,
Arsenal
Arsenal
Chelsea.
games. The Arsenal Chelsea be better than
That'd be
Tottenham.
good.
Come on.
We just
in
trying to
the
see expressions, blood. We just trying to see
yeah,
expressions.
in the name
Uh,
of Jeff, the chin's leaving, so there's no more Tottenham.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, unless you guys have any other takeaways you want to talk about, I'm gonna move on to the rumors that we have this week. So, anybody? No? Going once, going twice. All right. So let's move on to rumors. So don't have too many rumors. One of them's kind of old at this point, but we'll still touch base on it. David De Gea, he's having links to Bayern Munich. Obviously, he did get let go at Manchester United. Manchester United replacing him with Onana, who's done pretty well since he's gotten there. But, you know, De Gea did make a lot of mistakes this season, but he also did get the Golden Glove. So, he's still in the upper echelons of keepers. He's definitely dropped in form, but I still think he has something to offer. Bayern do have Neuer, who's been injury prone. They did just recently sign Mr. Studio Girl. Um, it's funny. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but I always know his nickname, Mr. Studio Girl. Anybody, actually, can you help me around this one? What is his name? Summer. There you go. Summer. They did just because I always call him Mr. Steal Your Girl, and his name just disappeared. But anyways, yeah, they do have him. So don't really know where this link is coming from since they do already have a cover/starter. But maybe squad depth or just because of the amount of tournaments they're going to be competing in. Who knows? Um, Next rumor is Arsenal. It's not actually on our topics, but Arsenal is linked to David Raya, who was another goalkeeper, who surprisingly with Ramsdale and Matt Turner. Matt Turner seemed to be pretty good whenever he came in. It's a solid backup keeper, and obviously Ramsdale has been a starter and he's been really good for Arsenal. So interesting that they're looking for another goalkeeper. I'm not too sure what I think about that or what Arteta's thought process is on that. But if you guys want to touch base on that after we're done here, go for it. Next, Osimhen. Al Hilal has made a 140 million bid for Victor Osimhen. Napoli had stated that they didn't want to sell Osimhen for anything under 150, I believe. So 140, pretty darn close. Um, Huge contract, money contract on the offer there. I think it was like a mil a week or something like that. But obviously, it's up to the club to sell him, and he would more than likely accept wage terms. Anybody's going to accept the wage demands on the Saudi signings, but that's another rumor going out there right now. And then finally, we'll just run through this. The guy of every single week, Kylian Mbappe. He did surprisingly. We talked about this last week. Reject that $1 billion contract offer, which I never thought I'd ever hear a player say. I don't want a $1 billion contract. We saw all the memes of all the even NBA players saying $1 billion for 1 year. Saudi, hit me up. And it was like Giannis and LeBron all freaking out. Be like, yeah, dude, I'll take that any day in a heartbeat. But he surprisingly rejected it. Other news on Mbappe is it was today, as of last night, I think it was. He has currently got himself a loyalty bonus. So the thing on his contract is if he stayed with PSG, he would get 80 million in loyalty bonus. As of last night, he's now guaranteed to get half of that, so he's going to guaranteed get 40 million. So whether he was just waiting for that to make a decision, now he's got half of it. PSG still trying to ship him out. Rumors are that PSG does not want to give him to Real Madrid for free next season, so they might try and loan him out to a team this season so he can play and maybe get someone to buy him with the buy option to buy after the loan. They just really don't want to see him go. Real Madrid, rumors are that they're looking to offer a really low bid on the last day so that PSG is in a position where it's take it or leave it. Just a lot of animosity. And now another rumor that came out is PSG supposedly wants to take Real Madrid to court because they believe they've made a pre-agreement with Kylian Mbappe. Just a lot of hate in between the two clubs at this point. PSG is really afraid of losing their prize asset. Real Madrid are confident in the situation. Now PSG is skeptical of the dealings. Anyways, that's the rumors we have for today. Anybody want to pick up on any of those in specific? Go for it.
Um, I did want to say that Sadio Mane did confirm get signed for Al Nassr today, so he will be Al Nassr's number 10
Yeah, yeah.
alongside Ronaldo.
that's one we would touch on the confirmed Chile. But yeah, do you have anything you want to touch on with the rumors?
Oh, I didn't even know we were doing the difference between those. My bad.
Yeah.
Um, Matt Turner's linked with Forrest as the Dean Henderson replacement because it was just a loan from
Okay.
United. So
So that could be
that's where
okay
they're
with
in
David Raya.
conversation. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
I still think
Another
he's an
rumor
upgrade on
was
Ramsdale. So
Say it again.
Okay.
he's yeah for
You
sure.
think Ray has an upgrade on Ramsdale?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
I mean, could have competition. So
hundred
whether
percent.
I
100%.
I rate Raya as a keeper,
You're a
but
goalie, so I'll
100%.
let you talk your talk, but I don't know.
If you just, I mean, like you can look at the numbers in it too, but it just seems like he's better on the ball. Like Brentford was so much
But
better
that's
at
that's
playing
what it
out of the
is
back.
he just can play with the ball at his feet. That's what
Yeah,
you
well, that's what Arteta
you
wants
need
though. So like
options.
if they're both the same shot stopping ability and one's better at playing at the back, you're gonna play the one that's better than playing at the back. Because like I
And
would you would
I see some
I would
similarities to Guardiola at City when he bought
I saw a
mul-
picture of it. Someone sent it.
multiple keepers just to fit his play style. Even though the first one did well, he ended up kept upgrading until
does that
he
mean Matt
landed on
Well, the
Turner is
Everton.
first
not
one
good
did
with his
not do
feet?
well. Don't say that. The first one
Bravo.
did not. The first one did not do well.
So Turner's not good with his feet,
He is,
or is
but
that a
he wa-
loan
he
move
but
to?
he
Is
but
that a
he
loan
wants
move to
guaranteed
Nottingham?
first team
That's what I'm saying. Is that a
minutes.
loan
I
move
don't
to
know if it's
Nottingham?
no idea.
Okay. Because yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, he deserves first team minutes. Matt Turner definitely deserves first team minutes.
You would
I don't
start
think
Matt
it's.
Turner for
I don't.
Arsenal.
I don't think I'd start him for over Ramsdale. But I would take him at United. I'd definitely take him at United. Not over
Over
Onana.
Onana?
Not over Onana. But he'd be a solid backup keeper.
Okay.
If he needs
But he
first
doesn't
team
want. He
minutes,
doesn't want to
he's
be a
not
backup
gonna
keeper.
get
Yeah,
he's not gonna
that's
get it
fair.
at United. That's the
I
thing.
I
Where's
see I see I see Matt Turner starting for Leicester City. Honestly,
yeah, that's the championship.
let
He
it.
won't go to the championship.
Yeah, I mean I know, but I mean if they could get start a project and work their way back up to the Premier League, I think that'd be a good project for someone like Matt Turner. I mean, I get that he wants to play first team, but saying you're playing for Leicester City, I don't think is a bad thing on your resume. I don't know. For to me, I hope Leicester City comes back up. But the other rumor I had was Harry Kane is still in talks with Bayern. So that's all.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say.
Anybody want to touch on the Victor Osimhen deal? Do you think he should take up an
That's
offer like
that's
that?
that's
I don't
that's
think it's
that's
happening. I think
yeah.
that's
That's
now
it.
I see Napoli be really, really firm about they're not letting him go.
Mhm.
And I haven't. Other than this, there hasn't been any other rumors to it. So I don't think they bite. I don't think that they sell this
Yeah.
guy to the Saudi league.
Okay.
I
Cool.
thought I don't buy it at all.
Yeah, I've heard
Honestly,
that Napoli's more open in selling Carvadona before they sell
Yeah,
Osimhen. So I think if anybody's leaving, it'd be him. I think I've seen some links to him to Premier League teams, but nothing like solidified. Oh, and then the other rumor I have that I didn't put on here because I found out a bit afterwards is Kudus from Ajax. He's being heavily linked actually to Arsenal. I think they made a bid for him, I believe. But
who is this?
Kudus, I want to
Oh,
say he's a midfielder. I don't. Yeah,
at
I can't.
Ajax. Yeah,
Ajax.
Ajax.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
say what country he's from. I know it has it's an African country with a
that was
star in the
He's
Ghana. I
middle.
thought it was Ghana.
from Ghana.
I
Ghana.
found the
There you
pic.
go.
I
Yeah.
found the picture, Johnny. Just go look at it. Like it's just like it's part of the reason why I think he's
The
better.
picture.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I put
put
it
Okay,
that
on
okay,
the I
okay.
link
put
I
it in the
got you. I got
podcast
you.
notes. Yeah.
I got
and the
you.
Kudus link going on, and part of that goes to the fact that there's talks that the sporting director for Arsenal, Edu, has mentioned that they really, really like the way Ajax runs their club and the way they train and the way they play. And that's the reason why they're targeting a lot of Ajax players because they feel like they're players that could integrate into their system pretty easily. They were impressed and really appreciate the fast transition of Timber has had in the team. So it's kind of what's bringing them to the interest in Kudus. So some rumors out there, but
Well,
outside of that, yeah,
and
go
also
ahead.
like all of them have played for Ten Hag, so it's just like that's
Yeah,
probably the main.
yeah,
Like all of them have already been through the system. Like the same reason why they signed
yeah,
Onana and stuff.
yep. So definitely solid player, and it looks like now that they're keeping Thomas Party, so definitely, well, he's injury prone, so definitely need somebody in there. They did get rid of Granit Xhaka, but so yeah, we'll move on to rumors since Axel already kind of touched base on it. Let's go ahead and talk to a confirmed one. Sadio Mane is confirmed. He is going to Al Nasser. He's going to be playing with Ronaldo this season. Interesting because this team, Al Nasser, is definitely one of the weaker ones I thought, and up until just recently in terms of the upgrades they've had. But now, if you think about it, Brozovic, Fofana, Mane, Ronaldo, and who was the other? There's one more other like recent signing. I can't remember. I think it was a forward. Outside of
Ronaldo.
that, no, but like as a winger, I believe. Oh no, I got it wrong. It was the rumor with Ziyech, but that fell through. But yeah, either way, this team's looking a lot stronger now. Oh, Alex Telles, that's the other one. So they did get Alex Telles. So yeah, definitely looking like a lot stronger team than they did last season. So outside of that, let's stay with Saudi. Riyad Mahrez did get confirmed, and also Gucci Mane did get confirmed. So Alan Saint Maximin is definitely gonna be an upgrade to their team. He left Newcastle, so now their offense is, Alan St. Maximin, Riyad Mahrez, and Bobby Firmino. So that's going to be definitely a interesting lineup to see. Definitely some competition brewing. Then final Saudi confirmed. I believe this is confirmed. It says confirmed on the post. I haven't actually heard of it outside of this post, but you guys can inform me if you've heard of it. Marco Verratti supposedly is confirmed to be a new Saudi player for Al Hilal. I've only seen it in two reports, but I haven't seen it in any other big sites, so I don't know how true this is. But I do have it in my confirmed because apparently, according to these two, it's confirmed. Marco Verratti, so one of those players that just never seemed to leave PSG until it was too late, and now it looks like he's going to be ending his career in Saudi League. I don't really know how old he is, but I'm guessing he's getting up there in
Old
age,
enough.
He
old
is
enough
30.
to
He's
not go
30.
back,
Old
He's
enough.
30.
old enough not to not go back to Europe. And then finally, final Saudi League one I have is Fabinho did actually indeed complete his move to Saudi. So apparently they resorted the dog situation. I don't know whether he decided to get rid of the dogs or what went on, but he did announce his departure from Liverpool and he's going to be joining Al Ittihad. So Fabinho joining the team. And all right, so moving on from Saudi, let's go to Serie A. Tyler, you might like this one. Musa did sign for Milan, so he's linking up with Christian Pulisic. Definitely a lot of USA talent going to Serie A, so it's very interesting to see how much Serie A player or US players are going to Serie A. Don't know
It, that'll
how
be
it'll.
three.
Yeah, it's three. So Weah, Pulisic,
Pulisic,
Musa,
Musa.
and they
Well, there's
already do
medical
have
still
Des
in
there.
play.
Des,
No,
who
that was
is
a
linked.
loan. He's actually back at Barcelona. That was
Oh,
a
is he
loan.
really?
And I think
Yeah, he's
Okay.
back at
he might
Barcelona.
be
I
out
guess
the
I
door
should have
at
known that.
Barca too.
I saw him on
Yeah.
the weekend. So, but yeah, I think that's all my Serie A ones. So okay, so moving on to La
Oh, we
Liga.
didn't. Buffon
Yeah.
retired.
Oh, I did see that Buffon. So
So that was
thank
kind
you
of
for
Rip.
all your work, Buffon, the legend.
R.I.P. Night.
But yeah, so Isco did actually sign. He left Sevilla, and now he's signing for Real Betis. So good to see him still playing. Unfortunately, his career didn't pan out to what we kind of expected when he was, doing work at Madrid. But at least he's still playing, and at least he's got a team that's, supporting him. Um, Ousmane Dembele, the enemy of the week for me, man. He scored that winner, or technically the winner because we didn't score, but Ousmane Dembele scored against us. And just so that one day later we hear that Barcelona is selling him for 50 mil. So the situation with Dembele is interesting. So I think it was uh, given a certain day, if if they sold him, I think it was the 31st. If Barca sold him by the 31st, his release clause was 50 mil. After the 31st, his release clause would double to like 100 mil. So PSG was like waiting till the last minute, and apparently they have paid his release cost for 15 mil. Both clubs have yet to announce it, I believe, but it's even Fabrizio Romano and all this stuff is saying the whole "here we go" stuff. So pretty sure this is through is like. I thought it was already done before we even played Barcelona. To see him playing and scoring against us was unfortunate, but yeah, he's a PSG player. So
That set
and
piece is
then
disgusting, bro. That
Before we move
Central's
on,
nasty.
yeah. Before we move on to the Premier League, final one, Axel. Shout out to your Boca Juniors. You still won't beat us, River Plate, right here, champions of the league. But their rivals, Boca Juniors, did just get the one, the only player I actually rate a lot. And I'm actually pretty jealous about Edison Cavani. So Axel, you just got a new striker. Obviously, he's up there in age, but I still rate this guy a lot, and especially in a lower league, lower competition, definitely has something to offer Boca Juniors. And for my sake, I hope he does terrible. But anyways, congrats on that new signing. And finally, two Premier League signings I want to talk about. First is Axel again, Lord Chelsea signing Axel Disasi, the Monaco defender. Obviously, Fofana got injured towards ACL, so you guys needed a replacement in there, and you guys signed this guy. And then finally, Johnny, the biggest money signing of this week and of one of the biggest signings of the transfer window. You guys went out. Manchester United went out and got the discount Erling Haaland, but actually paid more than what Erling Haaland cost. Tell me what you think. We'll start with that one and then touch our base on all the other ones afterwards. But Johnny, please tell me, what are your thoughts on Hoyland? I believe I said that right. Your new striker.
Let me just say, whoever is in charge of Manchester United's transfers are definitely football manager players because nobody knew who Hoyland was until football manager, and then all of a sudden this kid gets a few goals in Serie A, and now Manchester United are going to be the only team to pay that much for him, and here we are again paying that much for a player who isn't proven in a competitive league, and I don't know, man. Like I get it. Like everybody has an idea. You want a target striker. Mourinho brought in Lukaku because that was supposed to be his guy to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pep is bringing in Holland to do something similar to it. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, Darwin came in. He was a bigger guy. So the Premier League wants tall, strong strikers, but that don't mean it's always gonna work. Like, there's no way that this Hoyland kid becomes Holland or even Holland like to the point where he's getting over 20 goals. And
Yeah.
this is what we were talking about all weekend. You keep the money for Mount. You keep the money for um who else did we just sign? It wasn't Onana. It was some other um oh my
And
god,
Yeah.
Hoyland.
Yeah.
why am I? Oh
No,
yeah,
but those
Hoyland. Yeah,
ones.
you scrapped the Hoyland deal altogether. You scrapped the Mason
Yeah.
Mount deal, and you get Harry Kane. You spend that money and you get Harry Kane. The thing
You can
is,
get Harry Kane. You could get Osimhen with that type of money.
when
You could get Carvadona.
when you th-
Anybody, bro.
when you think about the last time or one of the last times Manchester United won the league, they took away the top goal scorer in the Prem, which was Robin van Persie at the time, made him the number one striker, and they won the league right after that. So again, you do
Yeah.
something similar to like that. Obviously, we can't get Holland. You don't get somebody that's kind of like Holland or the name is kind of like Holland. You get somebody who scores goals like Holland. Obviously,
Yeah.
again, the one guy
Well, there's
I'm
no one that
looking
can do
at
that, so it's not
is 30
probably gonna.
goals Harry Kane, who has hit almost 30 goals. He hit
No one like
29,
him.
and there's two other seasons he hit 30. So you know what I mean? I That should have been the
You
guy we
get
went
you get
for.
what's available, and that's the
Yeah,
best one available. So
exactly. But I don't know. I just look at it. It definitely raises my eyebrows. It raised a lot of eyebrows looking at that.
oh yeah.
It's making us look like a banter club again. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of high hopes for him. I actually really don't. I wanted to be more positive. Just because I've seen him do good on a FIFA or a Football Manager video game, but
Yeah.
that ain't it for me.
Let me touch base on this real quick, Tyler. I do want to hear your opinion on this, but I don't want to hate on the guy too much because obviously he didn't set his price tag. He's still young, I believe. I actually haven't looked into his stats, but I know he scored what 9 goals
I hate
last
who
season.
set his price tag then.
Uh, his agent, but no, it's just in my opinion one of like you said it right then and there. It's one of those things that makes up Manchester United look like a joke because that same type of money can get you a star player. You don't have to pay this type of money. Obviously United's always going to pay over the market price because they're United. Teams are going to ask for more. But this same type of money could get you. Honestly, I think you could have got a Carbadona. Obviously, he's not a striker. He's not the guy you're looking for. But does he add more to Manchester United than a guy that's unproven, that's in the same league as Carbadona? I don't know. Or just like you mentioned, do you scrap the Mason Mount deal and go for a striker? Add the two money together, you can get Osimhen. If you don't get Kane, you could get Osimhen. That's the 150 that you're looking for. I don't know. I don't want to dog on this guy too much because he's young and we don't know about him. So we might find out about him, but it's too much money. This is way too much money.
Uh, First thing I'll say, and like we'll talk about it. Um, it's very evident United had a ceiling of what they could spend this year, and to both of your points, if they had another year of Fred McTominay in the midfield, everyone would have rioted. So like, I don't think putting their money into one Ozyman or one Kane is the solution. Um, I still
But they
think
haven't replaced either of them and spent the same amount of money.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, they're buying 3 or 4 players,
Yeah,
and they're just fixing more issues with the squad and not just the one issue. And like, you could argue Mason Mount's the replacement for Fred, right? Or the replacement for Christian Eriksen, right? Like, it's just like it's partially upgrading all the spots that
gotcha.
everyone wanted. What blows my mind is the selection, though. Um, I made fun of Johnny this yesterday for it. He was sold to Atalanta last summer for 17 million.
Wow.
That's kind of the stuff you were talking about, Enzo too, with Axel.
Bro,
Kind of
17 million pounds, and he scored 9 goals in Serie A. There's so many other players. You could have gotten anybody from any league for 10 million, and it probably would have been the same kind of
Bro, they
game.
could have got Sadio Mane, bro. like
You could, I mean, I don't know
nobody
if he
has
would have
Premier League
gone there, but
proven,
like,
but still, it's just one of those
you
things.
could even
Like,
got Ollie Watkins down from Villa. You know,
honestly,
like something. Like I just play the English text or not, but like
he's
I don't.
somebody that's played in the Prem.
You're taking a gamble. I think the most thing is that people are upset is the price tag. You're paying for potential and not right now. But like
Yeah,
as United have done in the past 4 years, they've paid for potential and they
that
all are
hasn't worked.
stinkers. They're just terrible. Like I can't remember the last United signing that's was even worth it.
And I think that's why
And you can still say
you can see
Casemiro
the
was
red
worth it, but I don't
flags.
think it was because like I would think this is his last year. You
speaking of
think he's got
Casemiro, did you guys see the video? the video of Modric and shit
yeah,
looking gross.
bro.
They
Making
said
fun
they're
of
always in
Casemiro.
formation, even
how,
if they're
how
talking.
how wide he looks.
That's funny. Yeah, that's
But
funny,
like, but
especially because you know the history they have together.
yeah, man. And so like to that point too, like I don't see him playing another counting this season 2 more years in the Prem. Like if he's still your DM, like Fabinho just left because he was too old. Like and he's younger than Casimiro. So like they have a lot more issues, and like I'm surprised they didn't sign a winger and just played Marcus Rashford up top. Like it just because you can't expect them to
He's not a guy to play up top.
I just like I need something, but like
Rashford's guaranteed more than 10 goals this season, and
that's
this
what I'm
guy's
saying. Like
this guy's
you
9
start
goals this
Rashford if you
season.
start Rashford 38
He's
games
got a
at the
problem with
9, and you
confidence,
find a
though.
better winger to
I get
play.
that. I don't rate
Confidence is
Rashford as
his
much.
biggest
Oh, I
But
hate him.
issue
I
with
think he's
that kid,
terrible.
man. I
Paying
love him
90
to death.
mil.
I love him to death when he's on fire, but when he starts feeling down, the whole
Yeah,
team is down, bro.
Well, yeah, because your whole team is terrible. Like I don't know what we're deciding here. Like it's just like you were dependent on Rashford more than anything, and that was very evident in the last 3 months when he was off of form, and you almost finished in the Europa League. Like this team runs through Rashford and signing some random Denmark kid who can't score more than 10 goals in Serie A isn't this. He played 32 games. He played 32 games in Serie A, like and couldn't score 10. I
Erickson
think.
came out and said that like he rates him as a player and like he sees
Yeah,
the
no.
potential. But again, I'm on your side. I don't see
Yeah,
it. I don't see it.
I have a hot take. I have a real hot take, and I want to hear what you think about this. But personally. Especially, I know this guy hasn't worked out for this exact team. I personally would have taken Lukaku over this guy, simply because,
I think he had more
because.
goals
Well, yeah, in the same league that they played together, and
and a lot less minutes.
a lot more
I
notable.
wouldn't just because I've had
You
Lukaku
probably,
already.
Bro,
yeah, exactly. It didn't work out, but you probably would have spent less money, and at least you've had a
Here, hold
slightly
on.
proven striker. I
Hold
don't
on.
know.
I'm gonna see how many people scored more goals than him in this Serie A
Fam.
season.
When he comes back to a club, he doesn't play well. And then I learned that from Chelsea, bro, and
That's
Inter.
true. That's true.
Well, like, and even him, he's now rumored to go to Juve now again.
Yeah,
Well,
I did hear
In
that
the
rumor.
and the
Oh,
in
yeah.
the
so what I wanted to ask
in the
y'all,
swap deal with
Vlahovic,
Vlahovic.
yeah, Vlahovic. Where's Chella's
Okay, so
hot take on that? Where's Chella's hot take on that?
26,
On who?
21.
The swap deal for Lukaku and
Oh, bro,
Blazovic.
it's bad.
Bro,
Alright,
I've
real
already
quick.
told you my feelings on Vlahovic, bro. I've messed with Vlahovic a lot, man.
So you would
Like I
encourage
Oh,
that?
he says that. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. This is makes it way older worse. How many goals do you think Vlahovic scored for Serie A this last year?
I mean, I don't
We
care
were
about.
talking
I,
about
No,
that.
no.
I've
I'm just.
already
If you were listening to the previous
10.
discussion, bro, he only scored 10.
Yeah,
So like, what are these
Did he have
price
an
tags in
injury this
Serie
year?
A? I
I
don't
Played,
think he
care
had
if
an
it's
injury this
he
year.
played
he played
27
he
games,
I
played
can't.
27 games, 10 goals.
Uh, yeah, it's not very
22
great.
They
starts.
but
But
both had the
Juventus
same amount.
also was really, really bad this
Yeah.
season,
They had the same amount of goals as Milikovic Savic.
which is why
Bro,
Savic should be in the Prem and not Saudi league.
But hey,
But
I got
they
a
had the same
question.
amount of goals as Ed and Dzeko, bro. Bro,
yeah, Johnny.
United should have just signed Dzeko.
So what I've been hearing is the Saudi League transfer window ends 3 weeks after the European transfer window. Now, obviously,
Wow.
Tyler, you understand with the MLS, and I understand with Liga MX. You know, there's obviously outside of the European window, there's transfers that go on and so forth. So, how do you guys feel knowing that this team, who is taking all these players, now have a potential 3 weeks to cash out somebody or cash
That's a-
out a team? Because if we think some of these offers are ludicrous now, what happens when it's 3 weeks from now? Do you have to offer something even more crazy, or can you just offer something still what they're offering? Like, because it's 3 weeks out and it's still going to be a lot of money.
I would think it's got to be something more crazy because once the major leagues window closes, that's a lock until January. You can't bring anybody else in. With
That's what I
MLS,
mean. That's what I mean. Like, what do you? So
well, no,
you
so yeah, so like if you're trying to buy Lukaku and sell him to Saudi before the end
They're
of
gonna
the
have to
window,
pay the bag because all these Prem teams can't replace anymore.
right?
And
That's what I'm saying.
not
Like
even Prem, just
it's
European teams.
it's an extra premium because they can't
Yeah,
backfill the player.
so do you
it's
think
gonna go from 150 to 200.
People rushing to
Yeah,
Saudi now should have waited and prolonged the deal, or you think secure the bag now, and if you're lucky, you can secure the bag in 3 weeks? Or
It
no,
but
because
yeah,
depends
I
on the
think
contract
preseason's
of the
over.
player. It depends on the
Like,
contract of the
but
player
that's what I'm
because
saying.
if
The
they're
Saudi league
buying
still
out the
had 3
player,
weeks.
the club benefits more because they get more money. But
well,
if it's a player on a free agency or something like that, they should wait as long as possible.
well, I'll even throw like the negative example in there. Like City still want Cancelo gone, but like they only have the 2 more weeks to pull it off. Like they know he's not a part of the squad, but he has to be there because of the failed loan move to Bayern.
Then tell
So they
So like,
Cancelo's
could keep
agent to hook
him
him up with
for the
Saudi.
season
Yo,
and sell him
yeah, but
to
he won't
Saudi.
play over. He won't play over Akanji or Rico Lewis
No, I'm saying
or
keep them in the
Kyle
sense
Walker.
of keep them when your window closes and sell them to Saudi because they still have another 3 weeks.
But
And
he's linked to Barca
and
now. That's the link.
yes, but in terms of City wanting to get rid of him, you guys want to get the most money.
there's any
You'd
option.
rather
There's more than one option at that point.
I would think you'd rather get the most money out of him. So wouldn't it benefit you guys to just keep him even if you don't want him
We
and
have to
sell
remember the
him?
player can still say no.
Mhm.
The player could say no, yes,
The
but
player can. So like it's.
you think Cancelo's gonna say no to the type of money they're offering over there?
I think he would
Especially if
based
we're
on
talking
Think so?
about
he
offering
wants the
more.
appearance of still wanting first team football and all this stuff. Like the rumor is now that the Dembele deal is going through that he'll go to Barca.
So did he pick up any
Yeah, I've
medals
seen.
from last season?
Huh?
Did he get a treble too because he started the season with City, or what did he leave
No, he
with?
didn't get the Champions League medal because he
Okay,
didn't play the knockouts. He played the knockouts with Bayern, so he couldn't qualify for both.
okay, okay. But
Interesting.
got
Yeah,
it.
so he actually played against City in the
Yeah, I
knockout, so
remember
he
that.
couldn't get a
I
medal
remember
for
that.
City.
Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And just a fun fact here: Olivier Giroud had 13 goals in the Serie A this last season on 33 appearances. So United could have paid 5 million for Giroud and called it a day.
Oh,
He's not wrong,
oh,
dude. I can't argue with
I
that.
wanna get on I wanna get on this Axel this saucy flow,
Yeah,
bro. I wanna
chill
get
it.
on this.
Let me hear about you. So obviously Fofana, you guys paid big money for him and he's injured again. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts? What are your thoughts on him, his injury
I'm
history, and then
very
just
I'm really upset, man. Honestly, he is our best defender in Chelsea, and it's there's no best young defender. I know Thiago Silva might not have the legs anymore or anything like that, but like on to me, I think for moving forward, Fofana, I loved him when he was at Leicester City, and when he came to Chelsea, I think he wanted to give his all for the club. Um,
Thought it was the
I'm real.
Monaco Fofana that got hurt.
What?
Yeah, the Monaco one. Don't you have like three of them now?
No, it's the center back. Wesley Fofana got injured with an
But he's
ACL
saying this
injury.
is like the third center back you signed for Monaco because that
Oh, that there we go. Thank you.
That Bashi guy. Well, I don't even know his
Yeah.
name.
Chile or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, anyways, I'm still upset. Like about Wesley. I don't know, man.
Looking like United out here in these transfer windows,
uh,
dude. 80 million
it's
for a defender who hasn't played yet.
no, he's played. I mean, he's gotten injured a
I,
lot, but there's
I mean,
nothing really. We've seen good stints from him, so I'm very upset. We do have a youth academy player that came back. Um, he did really good in the I think it was the Euros. So
the U20
we're
Euros.
I'm not saying that's anything good, but I mean we have players that have good potential. You guys know how I feel about Chalaba, Trevor Chalaba. I think last year was a year we just had to blow away with every player performances. So yeah, I like Trevor. I like
Yeah,
Trevor.
I did hear
Chalaba.
rumors that Pochettino isn't actually counting on Chalobah for the season, but maybe now that they got Wesley injured, they might have to
Yeah,
keep more numbers in the squad.
I don't.
I rate Chalobah too. I think it's
Yeah,
unfortunate, especially for you guys, that you've had
Playing
so
him
many
up.
center backs that have not worked out. I mean, obviously Koulibaly too. You just left and he didn't work
No,
out.
that's
I
the
thought.
worst.
Let
Imagine.
me. But okay, so
I think that was early doors for Koulibaly. I think the only reason why Koulibaly left was because of the well, I mean, he got an interview. It was because of the money. I think otherwise he would
Oh
have.
yeah, he admitted it, but it's just unfortunate because, like I said, Chelsea's
Yeah,
trying to do this project, and it ends up keep
yeah,
getting set back in terms of the defense. You guys
yeah,
constantly
yeah,
get injuries or things just don't work out. You're improving in the offense, but your defense is slacking.
They
yeah.
sold two center backs this summer now too, right? Because they sold Aspilicueta as well.
yeah, they sold
And then you
Aspilicueta to Atletico.
and then you replaced them with the one kid from Monaco, and then now you have a season long injury. So like, there's only Thiago Silva, Chalaba, and this new guy, right? Am I missing one?
That
I
that
think I think Milan
Isasi
Star.
yeah
Who?
that he's like
from
B.
Badia
Milan
Chile,
Yeah,
or something like that.
That's
Chile
the
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
he's out till
So
August.
they
So
have four center backs going into the season.
I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you. Like, I think it's five because I think Milan Star came back from
yeah, Malong
loan.
still there.
Um,
And then
Yeah,
this Levy Colwill, they're hyping him up.
that's
Apparently he
that's the
played.
kid. That's the kid I'm talking about
Levi
from the
Colwell.
Euros.
But see, so they got a yeah, I heard he had a good season with Brighton too.
yeah.
Yeah, he had the good, and then the other kid is a midfielder, is Italian. So I don't know. The only
Jorginho's
players
back.
that I, the only players that I've seen that have been crazy this preseason so far is Nico Jackson and Nkuku. So
Yeah, bro, you could have bought Nico Jackson at United for 20 million less than Holland.
But okay, back to
Who age
this
one?
back to this
Bringing it back to
Axel
that.
back to this Axel Desai guy or
Disasi.
Disasi.
Assassin.
This man reminds me of Dasani, bro. Like it's a leaky defense at Monaco. Like he had 9 clean sheets in 38 games,
You
bro.
tried too hard for that one. I'll
And
give you
and
that.
there's no way that this man, Dasani, is gonna be out here holding the back line for Chelsea, bro. I had to pull a Tyler and be negative here, bro. There's only two teams that conceded more goals than him or than Monaco and that weren't relegated. The other four teams in France were the only other teams that conceded more goals than this Monaco team. Monaco aren't in European football either. So Monaco didn't really have the best season. So this guy Desasi, I don't really know if this is just a poach signing because he sees something in him, but I don't know, bro. I'm looking at this and I'm pulling a Tyler. I'm looking at the numbers and I'm ready to say, "Oh, he's a bad player. Like he's Dasani blood. He's water in the back line. He's leaky, bro. Like it's not gonna
Let me
work
I don't.
out. It's
Stop
not gonna
saying the
work
same
out."
joke, bro. Look at
I
let
believe
me
you,
try and
Johnny. I
defend this,
believe you.
even though I don't know too much about this guy. The only thing I will say is we have seen in the past relegated teams with the worst defense sign a center back, or big teams sign a center back from those relegated teams, and they end up working out.
yeah,
I
I'll
can't.
give you the
I,
example.
you got it.
Yeah, Nathan Ake. Trouble
Yeah.
winning.
So there you go. So I knew City had one of those, but we've seen it before. So you can't always attribute the leaky defense to every defender in that squad. It could be that they're terrible because the 3 out of the 4 are. So that's the one defense I will say. But that does not mean I know this guy at all. I do not watch French league and I do not watch Monaco consistently enough to say I know anything about this guy. But that would be the argument: is if Poch has seen something he likes in him, is he's a bright spark in that defense. That might be the reason they brought him in, but that's
Yeah,
up for
I think
discussion.
honestly, if we're talking like Chelsea right now, I think it's too early doors to say anything about them for this season. I've already said I don't know if we can get top four. Like this is gonna be a restart year for us. So a lot of things have changed. We have Pochettino now, and hopefully everything works out under Pochettino. That's all I can really say. You never know. Like Pochettino got the best out of Toby Alderweireld and Vertonghen. Like you know, I think
Hey,
Pochettino
don't
can work with
disrespect that
Buddy.
Belgian backline. That's a golden generation.
No,
I
it's
didn't
not.
disrespect him.
No, it's not.
Bro,
What golden generation thing did they win other
golden
than third
generation of
place
Belgium
medal?
right there.
They got a bronze generation, bro. That's what that was. But still, this
Bronze
guy, this
medal.
guy Dasasi is gonna be drinking Dasani water on the bench, bro. I just don't
It's
think
not-
it's gonna work
That's
out. I
the
don't
fourth
think
time
it's
he said the
gonna
same
work out.
joke. It's a real one in here.
That's his nickname, bro. Just because that's his
Well,
nickname, and
okay,
you're
so
not
here's a
catching
better
on to
question
it.
too.
That's you.
I wanna see if Axel would take this. Would you take, knowing Pochettino is your manager now, and looking all the
Mhm.
all the players that have departed, would you
Mhm.
have taken the Chelsea 11 of players that have left over the Chelsea 11 that you have now?
No, I want something new, and that's what we've got. So I was ready to move on with what. I don't think play. Honestly, bro, I can't even remember who our coach was.
Graham
You've
Potter,
had
bro. The guy
three.
Tyler
You've
said
had
was
three.
great.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like
Graham Potter.
right, bro. I think the team that's
Lamb.
departing Chelsea is the team better than the one Chelsea have now.
I mean,
no, I think
historically, yeah, but the thing is, they didn't work out, and if they
Not
don't
even
work
his, but
out,
like I get what you're. Yeah,
Poch might have
see
not
the
wanted
problem.
these guys, so there's no point in
Yeah,
keeping them if
the
that's not
problem.
his.
But
The other
that's what I
problem
asked
is
Axel
that
is if he
you never
thinks it's
know.
my bad.
I was gonna say my bad, Johnny. I was gonna say you never know if it was gonna work out with other players. And then, like I said, like with Koulibaly, I would 100% kept him. So it's just like a mismatch of you'll never know what they would have potentially done with Pochettino. But that's why I'm saying it's just time to move on. It's a new era under Poch, and we just have to give the players that we have right now
Yeah, at the
their
end of the day, you
time.
can't go back. The players are gone,
Yeah.
so they can only go on from
Yep.
here. You can't really just think
Yeah.
about the past because it's gone. You got a new manager, you got a new team, you got to move forward with what you got. Um, I don't know. I feel like Chelsea's offense has definitely improved, just in the sense that the players they had last season weren't, providing the numbers that you want to be in the top four race. Um, Definitely, I think obviously it's early season, preseason. They just look more promising. Whether they translate to Premier League goals, what's up for discussion, but it obviously didn't work with what you had, so you had to try something new. I'm excited to see what Poch does with this team, but I don't know. I'm rating Chelsea more than most people. Obviously, we kind of discussed it on our ride back whether they make it on top four or not. Kind of changing my opinion on that, but we'll see at the end of the transfer window how everything plays out. We'll definitely be doing a predictor and the whole video on prem predictions for that one.
Do we
Um,
know when the window closes this year?
The 30th still.
Next
I
month
assume it's still the
or this
30th.
month? No, next month.
this month for sure, but I don't
It's
know
August. I would
exactly.
assume it's still August 30th.
August has 31 days, so
But like that's like the whatever you want to call it. They always have like the 30th of the month.
Whenever deadline day is, we'll sure to
say that again.
talk
Say
about
that
it.
again. I
Yeah,
said.
but yeah, do you guys want to talk about any of these other confirmed deals or any new ones that you know before we move on?
I just wanna, if it's cool, can you do a recap? Since
Oh, Jeff, what's
irresponsible
up?
ass showed up late.
No, yeah,
It's
you're good,
good.
Jeff. Quickly for those of you that joined late, Jeff. Yeah, we just talked about our takeaways from our Clasico. We talked about preseason. We talked about the rumors, the De Gea, Kudus to Arsenal, Osimhen links to Saudi, Mbappe rejecting the $1 billion bid. Isco
Hmm.
to Real Betis, Musa to Valencia, Fabinho to Saudi, Mane to Al Nassr, Dembele to PSG, Axel Disasi to Chelsea, Hoyland to United, Gucci Mane to Al Hilal, Mares to Al Hilal, Marco Verratti to Al Hilal, and Cavani to Boca Juniors. So all those ones were confirmed transfers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what you've missed. You want to say
Dang.
anything? Say your piece on any of that?
Jeff, I want you to talk about Clasico. I want to see.
I'll be honest. I want to go to another game.
Yeah, they made
Watching,
a football fan
watching,
out of him, bro.
watching,
Yeah, yeah.
watching the game live is something different. Like
Oh yeah.
normally I hype it because I'm watching it with the commentators. Yo, this thing had no commentators, and it was just all the crowd. It was all vibes.
Uh-huh.
That shit was amazing. That
Yes,
was
sir.
amazing. There
So
when
Jeff, that was your first game?
that was my first game ever, and I'm
Damn
talking
right.
What a game!
What a first
What a
game to
game!
go to, dude. Holy crap.
the first time I've ever been to any sporting event that had to do with a ball. I've been to MotoGP, and that was unreal too. But this is something else. Like low key, when they started playing. Listen, I don't care about club soccer as much as y'all. But when they played the anthem of Real Madrid, that was
Oh
something
man.
different.
I got goosebumps, man.
I felt like that was, it's just a fucking anthem, you know?
Yeah.
Yo, low
Bro,
key, that was
I was
wild.
thinking, I was
Now, I'm
bringing
gonna say the
the drums.
Barcelona anthem, it needs a little work, yo. That shit sounded, like I was about to join a LARP session, yo. That was whack. I'm sorry for the Barca fans, yo. That
The
was.
LARP.
You need to hit the studio again, yo. That was not it.
Oh
But
yeah, man.
it was surreal, yo, because I play with those guys on Ultimate Team, you know, and I get it's a video game and all, but like
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, these
They're in
guys are
front of
fucking
me.
real.
They're in front of me.
Yeah.
Yo, these fuckers are right
For
there playing,
real, man. It's
and
cool, man.
they
Yeah, you
played
know,
like me
carving
on
that
Weekend
pack.
League. Yo, we lost 3-0. Yo,
Hey, he said
fucking
we.
hell.
We converted him. He said we.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah,
Jeff. What
come on,
happened to
nah.
never saying
Oh, I
we?
got
What
it.
happened
I
to never
got it.
saying
I
Nah,
got it
we?
on
I'm still
camera.
You're
I'm
still
blown SC.
undecided. You're still undecided.
I'm
Still
still
on.
alone. I'm still alone. I only say we because like I was fucking with the anthem, you know. Like, but
Yeah.
no. But like on the real though, like, dude, like I remember Johnny told me that football as a sport is something else in Europe, and I felt it there, dude. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
People really idolize these people.
So we
When
talked.
Modric and Tony Cruz showed up, I felt it. I was like, yo, they're real
That was
too.
nasty.
Yo.
Tyler, you know what a Ballon
Just for
d'Or player in your squad looks like?
Yeah, just for context, Tyler, you know, the game was already
I-
intense. They put Modric and Kroos in. The second they got the ball, there was the whole stadium roared, bro. It was.
Did they
it
have their
was-
lockers or like how'd that work?
this
No, they
guy.
had the
They-
trophy with the. They took their
they had their
book bag
walkers?
with the golden ball. Modric was chilling, bro.
It
It
was
was just-
it
he had
was
his walker?
surreal. Low key, I was thinking like it's like that. I was it was like that badass uncle to show up to the party. You never see him, but he showed up,
Yeah.
all dripped out. That's what it felt like. These guys have like an aura that's just
Oh
unexplainable.
yeah, they're him.
But
Bro.
honestly, it was the sickest shit I've ever seen in my life.
We talked about too, like also like how Fabri and I got hyped up, like in the mix with the crowd, you know, all the yelling and whatnot. We think that part of that had to do with it being a rivalry, like the Madrid Barca one too. So that just kind of like enhanced the experience too. Really, is what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, that rivalry. You don't get that. I mean, at just any game, you definitely get that at derbies, and we were able to be part of that. Which is
So
awesome.
when you say you felt that little Europe, or like you felt that European rivalry here, that's basically what that was. Like I think.
Yeah,
that's
I was gonna say, dude, like it's gonna sound corny as fuck though, but like, yo, low key, that shit hit me in the feels, yo. Like, holy shit, I'm actually here, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
actually watching, you know, two of the most respected clubs in the world play, yo.
Yeah, dude.
All right,
it's-
calm down. They're not that
that's-
cool. They're just fucking Jesus.
This guy.
Tyler started watching soccer like 5 years ago, Jeff. Don't worry.
I know. I'm
But,
like, dude,
like we said, Arsenal Tottenham next, bro. That's what we were talking about.
Arsenal Tottenham next, bro. I'm bringing the shites. I can't be seen like that, you know. The man them they're different. Like I have to get protection and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Harambe approves. Harambe approves.
Yes, I approve of the
I
sport.
love it, bro. I
I'm never
love
watching American football again.
it. But yeah. So that's gonna wrap it up for the podcast, episode 8. Thank you guys for watching. Like we mention all the time, we do have a new channel. It's the Away End Podcast on YouTube. We have a TikTok. We post a lot of shorts every day. I just posted one today. Posted one yesterday. We got a new video that dropped today. We'll be posting starts up sales every Friday, podcast every Wednesday, trivia's Tuesdays, and tic-tac-toes on Thursdays. Just look out for those. Tyler, we did concede. We did change the title of the trivia.
To what?
It's a working
Say-
title, but
no,
we're leaning more.
say-
We're leaning more into ball knowledge. So
Say the name and just we'll move forward.
so yeah, we'll move forward with that, and we'll announce that next time we record it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Also,
and,
Wait,
go ahead.
we're
Just
not
let me
talking about
cook,
the
just let me
season. The
cook.
season starts next week. This is it today. We're not
Like
doing
2
this
Next
right now.
weeks.
pod. Next pod.
Oh.
Bro,
I wanted to
We
get
got some time. We got some time.
you don't.
I wanted to
The
give
first
Chella-
game's Friday.
We got
That's
some
a
time.
community shield, bro.
Yeah.
That-
What you-
That's
Dude,
not
you're the
season.
first
That's
person to
not
say
the
that
season.
don't matter.
Wednesdays
And now
and
you're
Fridays.
saying it
You're the first one to
matters.
say this doesn't
That's
matter.
what I'm.
Yeah,
This
it's
guy,
a
bro. I'm
community
telling
shield.
you,
You would
this
not
guy.
care
It's
if
a
you
flip
lost
flopper
community
blood.
shield.
still don't care, but the first game is Friday, the 11th.
And we'll
It's only
talk
10
about
days
it on
away.
Monday.
Y'all not excited
Anyways.
enough. Y'all need to get your ass kicked some more. So, Jesus Christ, 3-0, and you're not excited still? What's going
This
on?
guy
here?
said preseason doesn't matter.
It
Yeah.
doesn't.
Anyways, that's gonna be it. So thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys later.
Wait, what was Jeff gonna say?
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff. We're live. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
I
still
was
live,
saying,
bro.
I'm
We're still
gonna
live.
do another outro, intro for the starts of
I was in the middle of you guys talking about Chelsea. I remember when me and Chella were talking about Chelsea. If I remember right, Chella, you said you're gonna do all right, right?
That's what he was
No, I
saying.
think,
He did.
No, I was gonna say like
I said
I
that
remember.
I don't know if we're gonna get top 4.
Nah, I don't think Chelsea gets top 4, bro. Not even top
Leak-
6. To be
They're looking leaky in the defense, bro.
I've
That's like
been-
They're leaking the
Dasani
defense
blood.
and
Dasani, bro. You
This
getting
year,
Dasani in
this
the
year's
league.
just a,
that's a bad brand of water too, yo.
Hey, the only
For
water
real.
with salt in it, bro.
For real, they add minerals, the wrong minerals too, bro. It ain't it.
They need
But
to
I was
sign
gonna say
TG.
about
You know what's fucked
I
up?
forgot. The fuck did I say about midfielders? I remember you guys don't have enough or some shit. I remember seeing
No,
something.
we don't
Yeah,
have
yeah, the depth
midfielders.
in the mid.
Yeah.
and now we don't have defenders.
Oof.
It's wild.
Koulibaly only played for a year, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
a year.
he left because of the money,
Would
bro.
Would you have given him another chance?
100%, bro.
Oh yeah,
100%.
bro. He's
Under
valid.
Pochettino? Hell yes.
So
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about too. Especially with this Hoyland deal. With a lot of these newer players coming to the Prem, a lot of them need this transition
Hmm.
year.
Period.
Spending 80 plus
Yeah.
on this dude for him to know he's probably not gonna do good his first year is just another red
Hmm.
flag on the signing, bro. Like
Well, that
that's why I
just
had to
shows
laugh
how
at
it just shows
Disasi,
how
bro.
much inflated like the player market is,
Market.
dude. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
all the little teams are like, oh, United's looking at him, bro. For you guys, it's 80 mil,
It's
but
always
but
been like
for
that, bro.
Bayern Munchen be looking at y'all, all right, 30
See,
mil.
our
It's all
only
right.
argument with that is there's teams with bigger players, better players that have release clauses cheaper than this guy,
Yeah.
and they could have easily copped a guy that was better than what this guy
Mm.
looks to be. We'll see, but
Dembele's release clause was 50 mil, bro. I would have took Dembele at United.
Yo, did you hear about the
put them
Dembele
belly out
thing
wide and
about
Rashford at
how the
striker.
manager or his agent gets like half of the release clause money or something?
Yeah, they get 25, and
That's
then Barca
wild.
gets the other 25.
Okay.
That's wild.
Agent Haram in the
That'd be me, yo. I'd
Yeah.
be nah.
You're the
I'm
new
representing
Mino
it over
Raiola, bro.
That's what, yeah. Mino Raiola was the super agent, bro.
there.
Man had all the top guys.
Are you guys ready for start sub cell?
Yeah.
It's
Alright.
really,
Do I
like, you know
just
what's
do I
weird?
just
Because,
keep it
bro, City
rolling?
plays
Am I keeping it rolling
Sunday
or
and Friday,
end
the
it
first week
and
of the
then
year.
start it?
Can you believe that shit?
What's up?
City
Oh, we're
plays
not doing
Sunday and
trivia?
then Friday.
Damn.
What happened?
What'd you say,
I
Jen?
said, are we not doing trivia today? I thought we were doing like a game today.
No, we'll save
Nah,
it
bro.
tomorrow. Jeff has just has to get more questions ready.
Yeah, literally only got 2.
Oh, but are we not? Are we not doing like tic tac toe or anything then?
No, that's the same day as trivia.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do this one for the night, and then Jeff's got the questions tomorrow, and then we'll do that and tic tac toe tomorrow.
You guys
When
still
I
doing
say the schedule, that's for when I'm uploading it to YouTube. It's not necessarily when we record it. But typically, the plan is to do podcast Mondays, trivia, and tic tac toe Tuesday, recording wise.
Yeah, that's
And
wild. It's already 11.
yeah, so we'll just finish on starts up stuff. So I'm gonna do a new intro for that. Johnny's still live, so I'll grab it off of that. But all right, I'm gonna do the intro in 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? We're here today for another Start Sub Cell. Thank you for joining us again here on the away end. Today's Start Sub Cell is an attacker edition. So all 3 strikers, pretty new to the game, I would say, in terms of how recent they've gone increase in popularity. All strikers I rate very much, and they've all had really good seasons. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start. Say the 3, and Jeff, since you are recently joined, if you can think of it, I'll have you start. But yeah, it's Diogo Jota, Victor Osimhen, and Julian Alvarez.
Hmm. I want to say I'll start. Hmm. Who Jota from Liverpool, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Jota, Osimhen, or fucking Julian Alvarez. That's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. Teeter-tottering between Alvarez and Osimhen.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of y'all are gonna pick Julian Alvarez, so I'm gonna pick Osimhen. Start.
Okay.
What is it again, Jeff?
What's up?
It's say your start sell again.
So I'm gonna start Osimhen. I'll bench Alvarez and I'll sell Jota.
Okay. So Jota's getting the bin. Interesting. All right. Anybody else want to step up to the plate?
I'm still thinking. Tyler's
Still
doing
thinking?
a deep dive in research right now. I know he. You're muted.
to
You're
be
muted,
honest-
fam.
You're
You're
muted.
muted. You're thinking that
To
hard.
be
You have to mute
honest-
yourself.
to be honest, it's not even like I. I just I'm just looking at it cool. I just feel like Osimhen's cooler than Julian Alvarez.
Hey, I respect
Like
it,
I'd
bro.
rather
It's
hang out
your
with
opinion.
Osimhen than Alvarez. I'll be honest.
Want him in
The
your
man,
team, bro? That's
he
fine.
wears a mask, bro. He is nice. Yo, nah. Julian
Um,
Alvarez, I feel he's just, I don't know. He'll bore me to tears. I
He's
feel
too
like
quiet. Too
Yeah,
quiet
he's
for
too
you.
quiet.
yeah, bro, he's too cool. You know, he's just too quiet. It's just one of those things. It
He a
happens.
lame. But I'll put him on the bench though.
Facts.
You can be quiet on the bench. You can be quiet on the bench.
And
Bruh.
the Jota, I don't know. Go get injured somewhere else, my guy.
Bro, it's like get
Disrespect.
injured somewhere else.
Oh man. I'm gonna move on to Chele because Chele, you always be dipping in and out. Let me make sure I get your opinion on it.
What you mean?
I want to make sure I get you before you have to go. Go ahead, go.
I got start Julian. No, not start Osimhen.
That was unexpected, to be honest.
Bench Julian and sell
Okay.
Jota.
You want to elaborate on that or just that's it?
Mm, Jota's always injured.
Yeah. Jeff's argument too on that, yeah. And then between your top two,
And
your
Julian's always is already on the bench, so I just don't keep him there.
Yo, this
oh
guy.
man, disrespect to Julian.
It only happens to the River players, you
Hey,
know. So.
he was a starter in the World Cup, which he won. So
Yeah, and he shut me up there, though. Fuck. So was Enzo, though. Wait, never mind.
Yes,
oh
shut your
man, this
mouth.
guy flip
Are you
flop.
gonna figure it out or?
Are you gonna stick to your guns? Or are you gonna
we'll
swap?
never World Cup, ugly ass. Come on, chilling.
Shall I stick
Man,
to your guns, or you change it?
no, I'm sticking to what I said.
All right, all right.
Julian's a good sub, bro. Come on, man.
No, he's nice. I have. He is nice.
I don't think anyone's arguing that. I think
But
Is,
everyone would agree. But
am I
I don't
right,
think.
Pop? He shoots with both feet.
yeah, he's
He's back for
2 footed.
a weak foot. In real
In terms
life,
of
IRL.
FIFA, I don't know. Real life, I don't know
Man's
if
got
he's like
78
a.
pace,
I don't know
He
if he's like a
scores. He scores
Neymar.
with both foot in FIFA.
I don't know if he's a Neymar, a Dembele type of.
I think he is, though.
But he
The
does
IRL.
score a lot. He's
Yeah.
efficient with both feet.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go ahead and go now, Johnny. You look like you're still thinking, so I'm gonna go ahead and take over. My answer is easy. Look, I'm wearing the shirt already. Gotta go with my boy Julian Alvarez. He won me the Libertadores with River. I saw him win the Argentina win the World Cup thanks to him and Messi. And fortunately, he's at City now, but he did win the treble. Julian Alvarez wins wherever he goes. He's one of the youngest players to win basically everything, and I can't not pick my boy Julian. He's brought me way too many happy memories, and like I said, my argument he was a starter for Argentina. I think if it wasn't for the fact that the system they play, Holland is a beast. You're not benching Holland. He'd be a starter at almost any other club. Secondly,
Not bad.
same reason, Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen had a crazy season. I really rate this guy. He did really well the season before, and he just did improved on that. So definitely not a one season wonder. Um, whether he could do it in another league, we will see. But I think he deserves a shot at a bigger team, a bigger league. And I just really, really like this guy. He's a beast. And then Diogo Jota, a few seasons ago, he might have been in my top two, but the problem with him, reoccurring injuries really hampered his career. He was that guy for Liverpool at one point. He was undisputed even for Portugal. He was outscoring Ronaldo. He was a beast, and then his injuries were, that's keeping him away from this top two. Yeah, Tyler, Johnny.
Tyler, go ahead and tell him Lick his
You
nuts,
start
bro. Go
you
ahead and
start
lick his nuts.
Ozyman, bench
Oh,
Alvarez, and sell Jota.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I was expecting you to put your city cap
Oh
on
no, absolutely not.
and just Julian Alvarez, Julian
Um,
Alvarez.
Well, it makes sense. He's a bench for his team, so
no, it's one of those things. It's like we're talking like if in the grand scheme of things, Ozyman is the Golden Boot winner in the second highest rated league in UEFA in Europe right now. And like you just like, if that's not enough
he's
to
back to
start
that.
him,
He's proven. He's proven for
I
sure.
wouldn't say he's proven. He only had 14 goals in Serie A last year. Like that's
He's a
like
proven baller.
he's very good. I want like under Sarri he wasn't great. Like he's only been with Napoli for 2 seasons now, so like we'll see if it was just like the first year type of get your feet wet type of thing. Because you remember he was still decent at Lille, right? I think
Yeah,
that's what it was.
yeah, it was Lil.
Um, but it's still one of those things. It's just like I think Ozyman has less room to develop his game than Alvarez does. If that makes sense. Like Alvarez can do so much more in his game already to improve. But Ozyman just seems like the kind of striker who's just he's gonna be in the box and be like territorial and this is my space, so I'm gonna own this area. Where Alvarez is already playing in 3 or 4 different spots for both net club and country. So like his potential is greater for me. But in the moment, you're starting a team tomorrow. You're picking Ozyman because of just the raw power of scoring goals.
Okay, okay. You know, I do want to
Tyler,
say you mentioned those 14 goals. I mean, 9 goals was enough for United to pay 90 mil. So
Sure.
14 goals is
Crazy.
definitely a good achievement for United.
Crazy. It's not enough. It's only 30 million more, right? They wanted 100 million for him.
There you go. All right,
But
Johnny.
yeah, even though this player has a $140 bid on his head, you had to start the man. Ozyman is my starter in the team. Just like Jeff said, Diego Jota, you can get injured somewhere else. We don't need you in this team. Again, I don't even when I do my start sub sell, I don't do the sell part. I do the release part. I just tear up the contract in front of the man. I don't care if I don't want you in my club. I don't need the petty change, bro. I don't need the petty change.
Damn, he's being
So
man,
ruthless today.
Jota can
I'm a
head out the door, and Julian,
we had
you
a
know
we had a bad practice today.
you're comfy at left bench. Go ahead and stick there for a little bit. Come in, do your magic, and that's all you gotta do, bro.
I'm a I'm a little surprised
Yeah,
Osimhen
Johnny.
got top,
Hey,
bro. Like
hey, Jeff. Yeah, you were shocked, and 4 people
Yeah, I
agreed
was
with you
like,
on that one, bro. I'm the only
half
one
y'all
out. I'm the
claim
only one that
Argentinian,
started.
half
I'm the
y'all
only one
claim
that started. Yeah.
Argentinian, and I'm like, whoa.
I got a message. I got to message Devin and see if 3 for 3 we agree, but we'll see. I think
I
this
think
might be the week.
the biggest thing is too with like right like if you tell me in 5 years who's a better player, I'm putting my money on Alvarez. Like it's no question
Mhm.
about it.
That's
Tyler, I
fair.
have a question for you.
Yeah,
Do you think Julian Alvarez will start anytime soon?
no. Well, I
Um,
mean, to answer your own question, where would he start and who would he start over?
It's the system,
the
bro.
You
right
know
wing.
the
Not
team,
not
bro.
even
You know the team.
over Foden or Bernardo Silva.
I
I mean,
started him over Foden, but
Bernardo's
Bernardo.
playing in the midfield now. No,
I like Foden, bro. I
Well, but like
can't.
then you have KDB, Kovacic, and Rodri in the midfield. So like you
That's
tell
if you guys
me,
still keep Bernardo.
but
how
he's no. They
Because
already said he's not selling this summer or this year. Where he's staying?
how old is Julian Alvarez?
20,
And how old is Holland?
23.
You think damn, that's pretty good. You think he'll stay there? Julian Alvarez?
It depends on what Holland does.
Hmm.
I don't think
I
he'll
don't,
stay.
I don't see. I
He
don't see
did
Holland
extend his
leaving.
contract recently, didn't he?
Yeah, he's signed until 27, and
Yeah.
it really depends on who's still there after 2025.
I feel like
Because
if 2 seasons in he hasn't found like a starting position, I think he moves on.
This is the terrible part about winning the treble
He
the first
goes-
year. Like Holland could easily leave in 2025 and be fine, right? Like he won the treble. Like there's nothing more he can do for City. He
He's
holds
gonna be
every.
he's gonna be
He
saying "A
holds.
la Madrid," bro.
He literally holds every. No, because you're about to pay Mbappe $100 million for 10 years every year on the money. Like he
I
is
mean,
no
he's,
room for
he's
him.
walking in for free, bro. What you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, of course. Yeah. And there's the Madrid mindset right there. Huh? There we go. We'll just play everybody. All Callus, and we'll play the 40-year-old. Cruz
He
is
said
still playing Central mid.
2025, bro. 2025.
Correct.
There's gonna be
No,
players gone by then.
but Cruz will still be in your team. It's not a big deal. You'll just pay everybody. It's fine.
Bruce is gonna retire in like little 2
Nah,
years.
bro. It's what we said for 4 years now.
No one
Anyway,
said that 4 years
there
ago,
we
bro.
go.
Yeah,
100%.
You would
Everyone
have said that. He
yeah.
won 3 Champions
What was
Leagues.
he? 30. He's 36 years old. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, bro. He's older than Gundogan now. 4 years
He's
ago.
better than Gundogan too.
Got a better trophy cabinet. Yeah.
A better
yeah.
trophy
All the
cabinet.
reviews.
Bro,
Yeah.
here we go.
Better,
Here's the
more
meme coming to
iconic,
life. I
more
sent a
kind of-
Real Madrid fan meme in the chat, and it literally just became true. Just compare everyone's trophy cabinet to Madrid's, and then that's it. That's the whole conversation.
Well, that's why a lot of the team or players or back then prefer Madrid and Barcelona. Is the trophy cabinet looks a little different.
Even
You
now,
play for
bro,
one of those teams
even
in La
now,
Liga.
There's no, you can't say anything positive about Madrid without Tyler having a dig at you. So
No,
that's just part
100%.
of being that's just part of being
That's
a,
like-
a rival.
Because
it happens.
I'm trying. What Premier League team does that argument?
What?
Arsenal with the Invincibles.
Yeah, Arsenal. I feel like
or
Arsenal.
United
They always
with the
bring
treble
back.
before.
We don't
Yeah, but
only
we
know
never-
about the
the
goal.
difference with
But yeah, but
Madrid
we
is
never-
not
but we
just
never
history.
lost.
Madrid's not
We
just
never
history because
lost.
even
I
recent
get it,
history,
but-
bro. We've won 5 Champions Leagues in the last 10 years. Like
Again,
that's
Thierry
not
Henry
history,
in
that's
his
current.
Call
prime
me
is
when you get a
taking Kyle
treble.
Walker though. In his
Call
his
me when you get
prime,
14 Champions
I
Leagues.
will.
It's the same.
I'm
It's
just
the
telling you,
same
call me when
argument.
you-
It's a
bro,
worse
it's
argument
not.
because you're going from 1 run to 14.
Yeah.
It's like
100%. One greatest team of all time. Treble winners. It's fine.
Oh no, you
It's
these
fine. You've never
I have
won
a
a
question.
treble.
I have a question.
You're not even the
Yeah,
best team in
what's up,
Spain
Jeff?
right
Yeah,
now.
what's
You
up,
didn't even win
Jeff?
your league.
Has Madrid won trebles?
no, it's
They
only
confirmed
been
that. They've never won a treble.
Barca, Inter, City. Is that
And
all of them?
United.
Oh
United.
shit!
And
Really?
United. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
it's
tough, man.
I
It's
never
not
knew
easy. It's
that was
not
such an
easy.
exclusive club.
Credits.
And
Yeah,
so it's a
tough.
very exclusive club, Jeff. That's right. It's a very exclusive club. Not
Interesting.
everyone
So-
can get in.
Oh, it's 14 Champions League. It's only
Yeah,
one.
you
There's
know,
not. There's
Tyler
not
was
4,
knocking
there's
on
only
the
one.
Champions League
Fine.
club door
There's
for
only
like
one,
8
bro.
years and
There's only-
finally got
there's-
in.
It's fine, dude.
Like,
Only, it's very
Anyway,
exclusive.
He got that
That was
VIP suite.
everybody.
yo,
That was everybody's start sub sells. That was our start sub sell for the week. If you didn't
Here,
pay
wait. Here's a better
attention-
question.
Yeah,
Hold on, real quick. Would you sign Alvarez just be your 9 right now?
for Madrid.
Yep.
We don't have a 9. Of course, I'd
No,
sign
well,
nobody.
that's not the question. You have
He's
2
better than
9s right now.
Joselu all day, bro. Who's the other 9?
I don't know. Whoever you want it to be, I guess. Mbappe.
This
in-
guy, he
in
doesn't
12
even
months?
know.
No,
We
because
don't
no
have
one
a 9,
cares.
bro. We have Joselu.
so
We
now
don't
it's
have
oh,
any.
you're
We don't
making
have
on
any.
Mbappe, and now
You
it's
know
why
what-
aren't you thinking of Mbappe?
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
what's
no,
crazy
I love this
is-
guy Tyler,
just
bro. I
stop,
love this guy
bro.
Tyler.
Just
What's
stop.
crazy is you don't have a 9 yet. Still,
We
like, what if
need
you
a 9,
don't?
yeah.
What if you don't finish
That's
in the
the
Champions
worry,
League
yeah.
next year because you're like bottom, you're like 5th because you don't have a 9, and then you
Well,
can't get
that's-
Mbappe because you don't have a Champions League football.
That's on Madrid if they decide to not play a 9.
bro, I know
Rodrigo's
what
gonna
I-
have to start up.
You know what I'm rooting for this year? Here we go.
Is there a team outside of the big 3 in La Liga that can challenge?
Sevilla, obviously.
For
Not
Champions League or for La Liga?
No, just to get, I guess, Champions League that can possibly. I think in La Liga it's top 4, right? That get
Yeah.
into Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are those
Alright,
top
so I
4
guess
teams,
Madrid has
Tyler?
to-
Let's see
has
if
to
you can
drop to
name
the-
4 top La Liga teams. let's see.
What's the question?
So yours talking this. Oh, Madrid finished 5th, and who are the 4 teams? Sorry,
Yeah,
that
Real
finished?
Sociedad, Sevilla, and
You put the Manchester
then,
City cap
yeah.
on with the David Silva. I see that. Go ahead.
Well, no,
Go ahead,
let's
keep
say- no,
going, keep going, keep
Here
going.
we go. Villarreal, Unai Emery, trust the yellow submarine. It's fine, no big
He's
deal.
at Villa, but yeah.
Submarine sink now, bro.
The submarine sinking all the
Oh
way.
god.
Oh no,
Sink
no,
to the
no.
bottom, bro. You
No,
just
no,
keep on
no, no.
sinking,
Bro.
bro.
Tyler,
Yeah,
no.
There's 4
Can't
teams
trust
right
them
there.
submarines no more, man.
Yeah.
You could do trust Fakir at Betis, bro. They had a run last year for like 3 weeks. They were top of the league at one point.
3 weeks.
Yeah, but that counts. Chelsea was the same thing, dude. They were top of the table for like 3 weeks. It's
So
the same
it's coming
thing.
from the same guy that said Burnley almost beat City, bro.
They did, bro. They
I
played
can't
week
take
one,
anything Tyler takes
bro.
seriously.
Week one, baby. Here they come. We're playing Burnley next Friday.
6-0, almost beat
Is
him.
that
How
a is that
bullshit
a
is that,
friendly? Is
bro?
that a friendly or is that
No, that's week one Prem Friday the 11th. We play Arsenal on Sunday and then Burnley on Friday.
interesting?
All right, all
Oh,
right,
so
all right.
then
I
y'all
gotta
get
wrap this up. I gotta go
yeah.
to work, guys. All right, so thank you guys again. Starts upset this week. If you weren't paying attention, it was unanimous with Osimhen. I'm the only one that went with Alvarez, but yeah, Osimhen wins this week. So thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys later. All right, Johnny, feel free to keep yourself live or not, but at some point I will need to link up with you to get the videos. But yeah, outside of that, I am gonna take off because I gotta wake up hella early tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later.
Later.
Vitamins.
Nuisance.